Are we ready? Okay.
Okay, good afternoon, my dear friends. Today is the history class. It's like history. The main common questions in history class is, what is the greatest monument on earth? It's the Great Pyramids. What is the most mysterious place on earth? It's the Great Pyramids. Do we know a lot about Great Pyramids? We have a lot of data. But do we know who built the Great Pyramids? We are not sure. Do we know how and why they built it? We are not sure. That's the problem of the Great Pyramids. So today I'm going to talk about the Great Pyramid and why is it mysterious. The topic is very big, but we try to shorten it. So my presentation will be introduction and then go to the main point. Why is it considered a miracle of all ages? And also the controversial questions. Who built the Great Pyramids? How and why? And then the conclusion. Supposed to be. So the first slide is supposed to be a video about the Great Pyramid, and I think, what is the Great Pyramid? The Great Pyramid is the highest and the greatest man-made stone in the whole world, and also the last survive of the seventh old world wonder. In all times, we have 7. The only one survives still now is the Great Pyramid. And the Great Pyramids consists of 2.3 or 5, almost 5 million stone blocks. And each stone from these weighs from 2 tons to 70 tons. And also its height, 149. I think this when they built it, but now I think after an earthquake happened in 1300, it became 146. But this is the original height of it. It's about skyscraper of 52 floors, and the width 230 meters equals 10 football fields. In the past, the pyramids were covered totally by granite and limestone. It was shining like mirror, but also we will come to this later. Why is the Great Pyramid? Where is the Great Pyramids? It's in Egypt. Where exactly in Egypt? In Giza. Giza, we call it the Great Cairo. It's not far from Cairo. You know, it's here. This is Cairo, and Giza is here. We call this area Great Cairo. And this is the view from above, from the pyramid's location. This is Cairo, and this is where the pyramid is. Why is it considered miracle of all ages? This is a very long topic, because in every topic you can find things, there is no explanation for it. For example, location. It's in the middle of the earth. This is written in Bragg 2008. Height 149.4, the same distance between the sun and the earth, but the distance between sun and the earth, it's in million. It's not coincidence, it's not chance. Also sides exactly facing the 4 directions, especially this one. It goes to the north, and it's not normal north, it's magnetic north. Limestone mirror. You know, when Julius Caesar came to Egypt, you know that he fell in love with Cleopatra, our great queen. He said that I can see the Great Pyramids about 100 miles shining in the sky, because when the sun rises, it turned the sunlight like a mirror. So they can see it from 100 miles. But this layer was destroyed in the earthquake 1301. Also, this is complicated. You know, I have no idea about math, but this is whole page is about how the pyramid, the Great Pyramid, is great in such math and discovered many things before Newton, many years and before the Greek people. For example, everything in the Great Pyramid, if you divided the height with the perimeter, it's always this number. This number is a constant in geometry. The Great Pyramid and the perimeter of the base, the same. The King Chamber, the same. The Queen Chamber, the height and the base, the same number. Anything in the pyramid inside, if you divided the height with the perimeter, you will get this number. And also, phi, tangent, cosine, everything. They find it inside and how they built it before Newton and before the Greek people. Why is it considered? Yes. Future teller, a French scientist called Jean Pierre discovered that there is a secret code, a secret language inside the pyramid. He said that I can see that the pyramid foretold the Second World War, the First World War, and everything. And by this science calculation, he said that the end of the world, according to the pyramid language, will be 2815. Also, King's Chamber, it's amazing. You can put an apple in the King's Chamber, and after a month, you come back, the apple didn't go rotten. You can eat it. Nothing happened to it. Eraser, you have used your eraser a lot of time, and it's blade. The blade become rough, and put it in the King's Chamber. It regain its power again, and you can use it. Source of energy. Some scientists say that the Great Pyramids, it's like this, it's like a plug to the sky. And here, it's like a connection to the earth. The pyramid has an energy or a source of power. And also the science said that the stones are from different types. And collecting them together by a special way, it created energy. So the Great Pyramid is a great source of energy. Also, if you use the same measurements of the pyramid, you can, inside the area of the pyramid, you can have a great energy, more than outside the area of the pyramid. Who built the Great Pyramids? After these controversial things, people cannot believe that the King Khufu built it, the Egyptian. Some people say no, it's aliens were there. Okay. But first theory, ancient Egyptians built it. And this is how they built it. They dragged the stones from away and put it around 20,000 to 30,000 workers in 20 years. King Khufu wanted the Great Pyramid to be his tomb after this. You know, this is how they did. They dragged the stones and starting from the base up to the top. You know, and the stones were brought from very distant area. The second theory is aliens built the pyramids. This theory has its original, has its logics. Look at this. This is the location of the pyramid. The people say, how could people know that this is the middle part of area for the two parts of the Nile and the lower part? This is exactly the middle area. How could they know this area unless they flew to the sky or they come from the sky? And also, there's a video said that about NASA in 1997, they saw photos in Mars. The photo, they make it bigger and bigger in the desert, and they discovered that it's very similar to the Sphinx in the front of the pyramid. also, there is a place in Mars called Sidonia. This place, the scientists found that inside the place there is like replica or maps for how people can build the Great Pyramid. Egyptians, not aliens. Look at these. Also, this temple, Abu Simbel temple. Last Saturday, it was October 22nd. The sun enters this temple only 2 days per year. The sun rises every day, but it enters the temple only 2 days. October 22nd, November 22nd. October 22nd, the day the king was born. November 22nd, the day the king, Ramses II, was on the throne. How is that? What kind of calculation, measurements they did to let the sun enter only 2 days, and they enter and stay on the face of Ramses II for a few minutes and then disappear. So no one can say that this temple was made by aliens. The Valley of the Kings. Herodotus also, the famous Greek poet, described how all the Egyptians built the Great Pyramid. Also, people say that we, a new modern Egyptian, cannot be the grandsons of the old Egyptians. But there is American Margaret Kendall, science. She analyzed the genes of the Egyptian and found that it's very similar, 97% similar between the old Egyptian, the pharaohs, and the new Egyptians. The conclusion, the ancient Egyptians had a very developed and great civilization. They built the Great Pyramid and I think other wonders. The land of Egypt is honored by such miracles. I remember once Champlain, the one who discovered the old Egyptian language, he said, our imagination stops at the feet of the old Egyptian civilization because it's so, so great. It's worth to be visited. I think it would be like an invitation to visit the land of Paris. Thank you very much.